Some people think that static Facebook ads are dead and that the only thing that works and can scale is videos. And in my opinion, that's just not true. We are seeing that static ads definitely have their place in the ad account. And in today's video, I'm going to share 3 different static ads, different formats that you can actually take and apply to your own brand today. So let's get right into the video. Quick background on me. My name is Jordan Hayes. I run this marketing agency called Hayes. We've been working with e-commerce brands for the past 5 years. Before that, I freelanced for 4 years running Facebook ads for many different types of businesses. But what we do is we help these e-commerce brands scale. And the way that we do that is we run Facebook ads. We create all the ad creatives. We run the meta media buying itself. And we also have a separate arm of the business that does retention marketing, email marketing, SMS marketing to increase lifetime value. And for a lot of brands, we are running both their Facebook ads and their email and SMS marketing. So we're not just acquiring customers, but we're also increasing the lifetime value of those customers as well. So the LTV to CAC ratio is much better. And I've experienced over time that the brands that focus a lot on retention marketing and increasing lifetime value are the ones that scale faster, but also not just scale, but when they reach that level of scale, they continue growing, but also sustain it as well. Because a lot of brands scale up very quickly. They find one winning ad, they scale, and then the ad stops working and they have to scale back down. Okay. So we just found that being able to have this more holistic strategy and having one team, separate departments under the same roof, handle that for you has been very, very effective. So if you're interested in any of those services, there's a link down below. You can come to our website. You can read our case studies. You can see what kind of brands we've worked with. We work with high caliber brands that are high growth, that are, they want to scale. They have real products. They actually have products that people want and they focus a lot on product quality. Those are our perfect customers. So if that resonates with you, go over here, have a look at the testimonials. You can look at, what other brands have to say about us. And if you're interested, you can book a call and we'll chat about your business. It's a quick 20-minute conversation and we'll tell you if we can help or not. If we can't, I'll just give you some advice as to what I'm seeing in the market and what I would do in your current position. Okay, let's break down the 3 static ads. Let's start with this one right here. So this one is for goalkeeper gloves, for soccer, for football. And this one right here is a simple split screen. So this, when you're thinking of like ad formats and frameworks for static ads, there's endless amounts of structures and ways that you can actually design static ads, right? But this one is a simple split screen. And the split screen one is a great one because you grab attention with an image that stops the scroll and resonates with the customer. Okay, so it's this kind of dry, kind of scaly hand with the pain and just kind of neurons and fingers that, I guess, like wet fingers. I don't know, a bit strange. But anyway, that's on one side. That's to stop the scroll. And then the other side of the ad is to provide context and get the click. Okay, so this is really how this static ad works. Left-hand side, stop the scroll. Right-hand side, context, get the click. Okay, so this starts with social proof. You have the Trustpilot stars and it says trusted by 10,000 goalkeepers. Okay, interesting. Demand more from your gloves. Try the 100 glove. Okay, it's like, what is the 100 glove, right? It gives you a little bit of curiosity. Super sticky, insane durability, unmatched comfort. 2 pairs for £90 and soon. Okay, very, very simple. And it piques enough curiosity to get people to click. If they're a goalkeeper, it's like, what is it about these gloves that make them different? And as you can imagine, what you can do here is you can test a lot of different variations. You could change the image and keep this part the same. You could keep the image the same and change this part, different background color, different text, different image, less text. Like there's so many different things you can do. Okay, this is the beauty of static ads, and especially something now like with Nano Banana, where you can just pump out tons and tons of variations of static ads. It's so easy, okay? You just need the initial starting framework to build upon. And hopefully this is giving you this idea. By the way, if you're a new viewer here, my name is Jordan Hayes. I actually run a marketing agency where we help e-commerce brands scale their revenue profitably. Now, if you're running an e-commerce brand, you're doing over 100K per month in revenue, and you're facing challenges with scale, maybe your ads or your funnel is not working as well as it used to or should be, or even if it's just a lack of time and resource to put into scaling this part of the business, then that's exactly what we help with. So down below this video, there'll be a link to book a call with me. We'll have a conversation about your business, learn more about the challenges, your objectives, and see if there's a fit for us to work together. Worst case scenario, I can provide some insights as we're seeing with our other clients to help you at your current stage of your business. And as I mentioned, this is for brands who are doing at least 100K per month in revenue and they need help with scaling and obviously want to scale profitably. And in the way in which we help brands scale is we provide services across both customer acquisition and customer retention, done for you services which are completely hands-off. We take care of everything for you. And that includes media buying, CRO, landing pages, ad creative, email marketing, SMS marketing, overall growth strategy, lifetime value optimization, all that stuff, okay? So with that said, let's get back to the video. Okay, so analysis, the contrast between the pain, so the red bare hand, and the solution creates an instant problem solution visual narrative. There's no text explanation needed, right? And the headline question, demand more from your gloves, triggers self-reflection and subtly challenges the viewer's current product choice. Social proof there that we spoke about with the 10,000 goalkeepers. And then the offer urgency that it ends soon adds a little bit of conversion pressure, okay? So how do you apply this? So what you do is you show the product visually before your product. So the pain, the damage, the frustration should be felt in one glance, okay? And use question headlines that challenge the viewer's status quo. So get them to start thinking about, how they're currently doing things. The next thing you can do is you can add social proof early to earn instant trust. And always end with urgency, a clear, time-limited offer that pushes action, okay? Because you want people to take action right now. So that's the first ad. Let's look at the second ad right here. So this one is for Super Mushroom Daily Gummies. And it is also kind of a split screen, but not so much a 50-50 split screen like this one, where each part takes up about half of the screen. This one is more, I would say, like 65-35, right? 65% on the left and small one on the right. And this is good because on the left-hand side, you can actually fit more information in, right? And it's good if you don't have a lot of images to show, right? If you just want to show an image of the product and like a human face, then you don't need a lot of room to do that. And this brand has used the space very well. So the headline, why do these gummies cost a fortune? And it's like a quote. I guess it's, they're trying to, from the point of view of a customer, right? And it says, we're using some of the rarest and most expensive mushrooms in the world. And it lists the mushrooms and also the image of them, cordyceps, lion's mane, chaga, reishi. When it comes to health, there shouldn't be a price tag if it actually works. 60-day money back guarantee. Try them now. Image of the product and someone smiling, right? Which always helps, by the way. If you have someone smiling in your ads, a face, a human smiling and looking at the camera, it always increases click-through rate. I think it's proven. I was at a mastermind a few years ago and someone was speaking there who used to be on MrBeast's team. They used to develop the videos and the thumbnails. He used to be on the YouTube team for MrBeast. And they said that they had an overwhelming amount of feedback and lift in click-through rate when they had someone who was looking directly at the screen and smiling, right? If someone was smiling and looking away, less impact. If someone was just looking away and not even smiling, less impact. If someone was looking at the screen and not smiling, less impact. So that was extremely, extremely interesting. And the same happens in advertising. Okay. Ultimately, you want people to take action. You want people to click. Okay. So with this creative analysis, the headline flips a common objection. So why do these gummies cost a fortune into curiosity and justification? It gets the scroll stop. Okay. So again, headline, you want something to stop the scroll. And then the rest of the creative comes together to provide the context, the curiosity, and the click. Okay. The ingredient visuals, the cordyceps, the lion's mane, the chaga, the reishi make the product feel premium and science-backed, right? And also, if we were to just list out these ingredients, like people don't really know what they are, but if we add some sort of visual, even if they don't know what they are, they can get, okay, these are separate ingredients, separate mushrooms actually in this product, okay? Makes it easier to consume. The emphasis on the color-coded text, it draws the eye to the key value words like rarest and most expensive. Okay, so they've highlighted rarest, most expensive. They've actually just made them bold and all caps. And they've also put a fortune, this text right here, in a different color. So the different colors and formatting, it draws your eyes to different areas at different times. And it's just a simple thing you can do. Pattern interrupt by not starting with a capital, having different colors so that people read different sections at a time. But instead of green text, you're using green background color. Like these simple things just allow you to the eye just moves down the ad very easily and doesn't get distracted. And then we have the money back guarantee, which is important because with this ad, they're basically saying that yes, we're expensive because we use the rarest and most expensive ingredients. And when it comes to health, there shouldn't be a price tag if it actually works. And there's a risk reversal. Okay, so obviously the customer is taking a lot of risk here by purchasing this product. And they're coming in with a mindset of, okay, this is going to be expensive. But if there's a guarantee, it removes that risk to a certain degree. Okay. So if you have a guarantee, putting like these stamps, these little things that allow you to increase click-through rate is always a good idea, okay? So how can you actually apply this to your own brand? Well, the first thing, turn customer objections into hooks, address the reason people hesitate right in your headline, and use ingredient storytelling. Show why your product costs more through visuals, not just claims, okay? And this could be the same, not just for ingredients, but also for materials. If you're selling clothing that is more expensive than usual, then you could talk about the materials, right? And the way that it's made. These kinds of things is how you can justify a more premium priced item. Now, if this applies to your brand, you can highlight, premium ingredients, rare ingredients, sourced from, sustainable farms, like whatever it is, right? Another example is grass-fed beef, right? That's sourced from specific farms. So the price is justified because it's just not as available as all the other ingredients and it's higher quality, meaning that's why we're justifying the price and you're paying a premium. Okay. And always pair the risk reversal with a strong CTA to push commitment, right? So it's a perfect time to ask someone to take an action when you have risk reversal around an action, okay? So going into the third and final ad, this one right here. So this one says, tired of slippery yoga mats? Try this mat. Super grippy, never slippery, stylish designs, machine washable, durable quality. Shows the image of the product itself, but also somebody using it, right? And using the same design, which I think is important for congruence. But also, the first thing that I notice here is that the colors all match, right? The colors are matching the mat itself, okay? And the mat itself, again, is taken up maybe about 25-30% of the width. So this is similar to like this kind of split screen where it's not 50-50 like the first one, but still you're seeing the mat on one side is big enough, and then you're leaving enough space on the right hand side for your text, okay? Down here it says loved by 10,000 plus yogis. So creative analysis, the headline asks a pain-based question, tired of slippery yoga mats, that every yogi can immediately relate to, okay? So call out your audience, right? Another example you can use here is, 10,000 yogis no longer slip on their yoga mats, okay? This could be another way that you could phrase this and stop the scroll by speaking to the audience that you want to convert. Simple things like the simple bold typography and the large CTA, try this mat, make the ad easy to scan, ideal for meta feeds, right? Because you want to stand out, you want to try and stop the scroll, you want to grab attention in a, feed that is, attention is the new currency, right? Like it's very, very difficult to get it and then to maintain it. So big, bold text, it works, right? You want to go with that. So then the product in use in the photo, it builds credibility and lets users visualize themselves using it. So rather than just an image of the product that we have here, we actually have someone doing yoga on the mat itself, okay? So it helps to visualize and future pace the customer using the mat. It also gives the customer a perspective on how big the mat is, okay? Because that is obviously going to be one of their questions that they have. So maybe they see that here and that could just be something that, enhances the amount of people that click through. Social proof as well, loved by 10,000 yogis, it reinforces community trust and satisfaction. Okay, so again, decreasing skepticism and getting more clicks. So how can you actually apply this to your own brand? Well, you want to lead with a relatable frustration your customer feels daily and make them nod instantly. Okay, like this one, tired of slipping on your yoga mats, right? Tired of slippery yoga mats. Yeah, if you are slipping on your yoga mat, then that is something that you are going to be frustrated about, okay? Use large, clear CTAs that take up space and demand attention. Include real-life product use to make the product tangible and believable. And finally, end with quantifiable social proof to validate the product's popularity, right? And this is really the structure of that ad right here. So quite a lot of similarities with this ad, just different ways to format and structure information. We also went through 3 very different products. So hopefully, I know you guys are watching that you have, everyone runs a different kind of brand, different products. Hopefully this gives you like a broader view on how to structure these ads. And by the way, you can create these same formats for any product, right? It's not just, this one's not just about health supplements. This one's not just about apparel or accessories. Like you could pretty much fit anything you're selling into one of these static ad formats, okay? So those are the 3 I wanted to go through today. If you like this format of me breaking down static ads, comment down below and I'll be sure to do more of these. If you are looking for a partner to help you scale your e-commerce brand, you don't want to run your Facebook ads, you don't want to do email and SMS marketing, you want to hand that over to a team that has done this before and do this on a daily basis, then that is us, right? So we can go ahead, have an exploratory call, understand the current position of your brand, where you want to get to, and of course, if we can help you bridge that gap. So if that resonates with you, then there's a link down below. Just go to the video description below this video, click the first link, and you can book a call directly with me. All right, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.